Hey, welcome! Today we're diving into a question that honestly can feel incredibly heavy when you're on a fertility journey. Is my AMH level too low for IVF? We're going to break that down and show you why a single number on a piece of paper is almost never the end of the story. You know that feeling, right? You get one number back from a test and suddenly it feels like this huge final judgment has been passed down. That pit in your stomach is so real, but we're here to completely reframe what that number actually means. Okay, so first things first, what is AMH anyway? It stands for Anti-Müllerian Hormone. Basically, it's made by the little follicles in your ovaries. The easiest way to think about it is like a snapshot of your ovarian reserve. It gives a hint about your remaining egg count. All right, let's jump right into the biggest myth out there. Myth number one, the idea that this number is some kind of final verdict. So many people see a low AMH and think, well, that's it, game over. But that is just not true, and we're about to show you why. This right here is probably the most important thing to understand. AMH measures egg quantity, not egg quality. It gives you an idea of how many eggs you have left in the tank, but it tells you absolutely nothing about the genetic health of those eggs. And that distinction, it's everything. This quote just nails it. It really gets to the heart of the matter. It means that a 30-year-old with a low AMH can actually have a better shot at a healthy pregnancy than a 40-year-old with a high AMH. Why? Because it's not just about how many eggs you have, it's about their potential. And that's because, when it all comes down to it, age is the single biggest, most important predictor of an egg's quality. AMH is one piece of the puzzle, for sure, but your age, that's a much, much bigger piece. Which leads us perfectly into myth number two. The idea that this is all about AMH. It's so easy to get laser-focused on that one number, but your doctor is actually looking at a whole bunch of different clues, not just one. Think of it like a fertility toolkit. You've got AMH, sure, but your doctor is also looking at your antral follicle count, or AFC. That's where they literally count the visible follicles on an ultrasound. And they'll also check your FSH, which kind of shows how hard your body is working to get an egg ready each month. See? Each of these tests gives a different piece of the puzzle. It's only when you put them all together that your specialist can see the full, complete picture of your fertility potential. One number never, ever tells the whole story. All right, time for our third and final myth, and this one is maybe the most important one to bust. It's the belief that a low number automatically means you're out of luck. But the truth is, that number is actually the key to creating a smarter, more personalized plan just for you. So, how does that work? Well, your AMH level helps doctors predict how your ovaries are likely to respond to IVF meds. That means they can personalize your medication doses from day one. From there, they can tailor the entire plan to give you the best possible chance of success. So instead of thinking of it as a pass-fail test, think of it like this. Your AMH level is a guide for your doctor. It helps them design the perfect strategy that's customized for your body. It's about building the right approach, not getting a bad grade. So, now that we've busted these myths, what's the big takeaway here? It all comes down to this. Your AMH result is a guide, not a verdict. Let's really let that sink in. Let's just say this as clearly as we can. A low AMH score does not mean pregnancy is impossible. It might mean your path looks a little different, and it will definitely need a personalized approach. But it absolutely does not mean the door is closed. Not at all. I love this way of putting it. Your AMH isn't a crystal ball that predicts some fixed, unchangeable future. Nope. It's a compass. It's there to point you and your doctor in the right direction, to help you navigate the road ahead in the smartest way possible. And that really brings us to the final question, which is for you. When you understand what this number really is, a tool for strategy, not a final judgment, how can you move forward feeling informed, empowered, and most importantly of all, hopeful? Now, it's really important to remember that this whole discussion is just for educational purposes, and it's definitely not a substitute for medical advice from your own doctor. For more information on the complete IVF process, you can find some great resources at ivfforme.com. That's ivfforme.com.